This barbecue's so great on its own. With us, we have Kelly Chaplain. She is gonna bling us out today. Kelly. Oh my.
Thank you so much for having me on today.
Okay, so not only do you have amazing jewelry that you design, you
Yes.
also have it for worthy causes. Explain to us your jewelry, your designs, and your causes.
Oh, well, thank you. I always wanted to be able to give back, but I wanted to do it through my work. And designing jewelry was on my career bucket list. I have been in the beauty industry for over 3 decades and decided to retire and do my own company.
You look
of
very young,
sorts.
Kelly.
It's the beauty industry. And designing jewelry was one of those items on the list. And I've always loved crystal and glass, and I love when the sun hits it and the way it sparkles and creates rainbows on the walls and the floor and whatnot. It's, for me, very uplifting. And one morning I was walking through my living room, and there was this cluster of rainbows and sparkle throughout the living room, and I said, that's it. It's time for me to start designing my jewelry. I've always worn Swarovski. I love Swarovski. So I was only going to use Swarovski crystals in my jewelry. And I thought, okay, how do I give back? Because what that does for me, it's very uplifting. It makes me smile. And I decided that how can I help lift somebody else up? And so $2 from every piece of jewelry I sell goes to the Marjorie Mason Center.
I love that because so I really like that's what you're doing right now.
They're one of the most comprehensive shelters in the entire state of California with the services that they offer. A lot of my designs, you can see with what I'm wearing, has circles in it because circles represent wholeness, completeness. And I'm hoping that by me being able to help this institution that I can help others to feel complete and good again about themselves.
Yes, and so that's great. Matt Sconce is doing a movie about human trafficking. You're
that.
helping to an organization that helps that as well. That's just amazing that you guys are doing so much for the community. Explain how you make these and.
It's there's a process, and it usually it goes by day. So I will go into my office, and I have these wonderful. The picture that's up right now, those are birthstone earrings, actually for the month of March, and so
that's my month.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Aquamarine.
I'm a fire sign.
I do a lot of custom orders for these particular earrings because Swarovski does a variety of color for each month. It's not just a standard one color, which is really nice because everybody has different taste. So I'll go into my office the beginning of the week, and I have wonderful ideas, and I've been sketching. And somehow from my brain to my sketch to my hands, it doesn't work out very well.
But isn't it a beautiful process?
It is, because, and I know that I'm frustrated. And I know when I go on Monday mornings into my office, I'm going to be frustrated.
I won't talk to you on Mondays then, Kelly.
Okay. But on Tuesdays, when I go back in, a whole new design starts to take place because of what I was fooling around with and what I was experimenting with on Monday. And I have different jewelry designers out there that I'm very inspired by. Ippolita is one, and I think anything with circles and things that are going to sparkle, and just when you look at it and you're like, whoa, I feel so good, and I can't wait to wear it. That's what I want my jewelry to translate to.
And so we have your information if we want something custom made and if we're getting a gift for people.
Yes.
And do you take deposits? I mean, because this takes you a long time to make. Do you know what you're going to charge people right off the bat, or does it?
It depends on the design. And,
okay.
We start off with something, and it never ends up being what they initially came to me for. Because I throw out suggestions, or they see something, or they have one idea leads to the next idea. It's kind of like a growth, a process, and it's fun for them as well, and they feel like they were a part of it.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Well, especially if it's for themselves or when they're giving it
to a loved one. No, I
exactly.
absolutely love that. I love custom everything. I think that's amazing because.
Well, it's you. And most, I would say, 99% of my jewelry is one of a kind, even if I'm using the same color stones, the same
of course.
materials, it's always going to be a little different.
Yeah.
Except for some of the earrings that are basic for the birthstone, the months, those the same color. But I give choices of earring wires or settings in which the stone can go into. I do jewelry for weddings, and that can be very custom according to the color and the design and how delicate it needs to be or how chunky it needs to be.
So do we give you a deposit when we want you to make something for us?
Yes.
And then when it's completed, pay you the rest? That's typically how it works?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's also what I love so much about the business is not being or having my own store. I go out and do a lot of art shows, markets. Every second Saturday of the month, I'm in a show in Kingsburg.
Nice.
And it's the interaction with the clients that I love the most. I think it's just being in retail for so many years that's why I probably was in retail for so many years, the interaction with the clients. And it's speaking with them, just getting to see their ideas, letting them know also how they're supporting and helping the Marjorie Mason Center. And it's about once a quarter, I take the funds and I buy toiletries because that's what they're in need of a lot of the time. Large size toiletries so that they can put a bag together to give to a family, because sadly it's not just one person. A lot of the time it's a mom with their children. And so we supply full-size shampoos and soaps and toothpaste and all that good stuff. And I'll post that, and it's because I want the clients to see what they did. I think it's important that they get to wear their piece of jewelry and feel good, but they know that they helped somebody.
That's amazing. Okay, Kelly, so I'm going to throw a curveball at you because I like all jewelry. Do you custom make everything? So if I wanted a belly ring, a toe ring, and an anklet, could you custom make that?
I can do a ring for your fingers. I don't know about a belly ring. I could look into that, but an anklet, I've been doing anklets.
What about a toe ring?
I could get that material.
Because I used to have like a real diamond toe ring that, I think fell off or got lost or something, but I loved it, and so.
It's been about a year that I started, and it's funny that all my life I've loved earrings and big chunky earrings because that was the only piece of jewelry I was wearing, and maybe a ring and a bracelet, not as frequently a necklace. But when I started a year ago, it was the necklaces that my heart was drawn to in making. And so I did those for a few months, and then I slowly added the earrings.
Okay.
And then this past spring, I started adding some bracelets. And now I've added a few rings. So in this 1 year, I'm excited and proud of the evolution. It takes a little bit of time and just sourcing out. I want everybody to be able to afford my jewelry as well so that they can wear it and feel good and have fun with it. So that means I have to find the suppliers that offer top value.
Awesome.
For top quality materials.
So it is affordable for all of us.
All of us.
Well, I want to be your first toe ring, belly ring customer. That would be awesome, especially if you could do my month for the belly ring. That would be amazing.
That'll be a great project for me to look into.
Oh, and I will really solicit that because it's really hard to find belly rings. All these jewelers around don't really do that.
I will look into it. And what's fun is that there have been some custom orders that I wasn't thinking about doing that style yet. And it got me going, so it's, again, that interaction is positive for all of us. The customer's getting what they want, and it's giving me another style that I can look into making and take off into another dimension of how I would make it, for in general.
And you're going to come back in a month or so and explain the Journey necklace.
Yes. It's a bracelet. So it's something that I'm currently working on. I did make one for myself, and I did not bring a picture of it because I want to showcase it all at once.
Oh, I like that. We'll be in suspense.
I am currently dealing with several autoimmune diseases, and there's some days that I'm in a lot of pain, and my way of dealing with it was to go to my craft, and I made a bracelet that really represented what I go through. And then I posted it, as I do with all my jewelry and explained. And so now I'm starting to bring awareness. I had a half a dozen people contact me right away and saying, I don't talk about it because I feel like I don't get the help for my autoimmune disease. So I feel like now my craft is helping another group of people.
I love that.
But anyway, we're creating a survey, a smart sheet of sorts, which I will be sending you, because it's a very, very personal bracelet. It'll be about your journey, and it could be a journey, a happy journey. I do have someone that is buying one for her daughter who's getting married, and she wants it to represent from the time she was proposed to the planning of the wedding, the engagements, the shower, everything about it. There's somebody else that it's, I won't spill the secret yet. It wasn't a fun experience, but that's the whole beauty of it. It's about your journey. And the Smart Sheet questionnaire will allow me to choose the right stones, crystal, color.
I cannot wait for this.
So
Kelly.
I can't wait to come back and see your completed piece.
Yeah, I have a unique journey, so I would love to see how that looks in a bracelet.
That's wonderful.
Thank you so much for coming on, Kelly. I can't wait for you to come back. Oh my gosh, you're such an amazing woman.
Well, thank you so much for letting me be here today and sharing my craft with everybody out there.